GRYSKLL.
But like, I experienced some things that just kind of shut me off. And so to have all of this stuff kind of opening up again is really wild for me. And so I don't know when it will start to feel normal to be able to talk about this stuff, but like right now I'm forcing myself to continue talking about it. You know what I mean? Partially because like I don't want the kids to hear me talking about it, or my wife to hear me talking about certain things. And she knows a lot of shit about me. Like she's learned a lot of shit. Like I've told her a lot of things over the years. But there's still like I don't want anybody to hear the more tender side of how I feel about these things or something. You know what I mean? Like it makes me feel uncomfortable for somebody to be that
aware of your emotions.
Like, like, because in my mind I'm still like, oh, this motherfucker weak. Like that's how I feel about myself. You know what I mean? So it's just it's weird. And of course having a couple of beers in my system is not helping me feel more comfortable with it. It's making me even more aware of the fact that I'm saying this shit and I'm gonna be like, yo, I'm gonna regret all this tomorrow. But I'm not. You know what I'm saying? But I still go through the process of thinking that way. You know what I mean? I haven't gotten past that yet. Like I'm still not. It's been a year for me that I'm dealing with all this shit. You know what I mean? So I'm sure at some point it's gonna be just normal, and it's just gonna flow, and I'm not gonna think about it. And I'm just gonna let it go. I'm not there, but I can acknowledge the fact that I'm not there now. Whereas before I just been like, man, fuck it, I ain't talking about that shit. I'm gonna listen.
You can see that you're on a journey. You've accepted being on the journey now. Feels like. I feel like, and I'm only saying that because that's what it feels like for me. Now, it was some resistance to getting on this ride, and not looking back is what I'm looking at. But now getting on it, I'm like, oh, yeah, this is gonna happen regardless. So just keep resisting it, and it can keep being hard, or you can accept it and what's gonna happen?
I think the thing that fucks with me a lot now too, though, is I'm 45, yo. It took me this long to be able to get to this point. And I've had a lot of people who tried to get me to this point over the years. And I was just so shut off that I was like, man, fuck you. And I cut people off over that shit. Like I'm not on that. Like you deal with that shit. Like that's your shit. I'm good. You know what I mean? And like being hyper aware of that now. Shit is weird, basically. Like it took me nearly dying to even get to this point. Killing myself, you know what I mean? Like from stress over work and having a stroke and blah, blah, blah. Like it took me all of that to get to the point where I could actually just talk. The bare minimum, to just say and be open to hearing you talk. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, what the fuck is that? Like, why do we do that to ourselves, yo? Like, I can acknowledge that part now. I could, like, last year, whatever, I'm good. You know what I mean? And admiring Jay-Z and all these motherfuckers that have opened up about their shit. I'd be like, yo, that's dope. It ain't me though, I'm good. And now I see the flaws in that line of thinking. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Which is I mean, but I appreciate it all as well because it's allowing me to create music in a way that I wouldn't have before. I feel like I might have said that last night or before, but like it's helping me. Like I know that I can work through these things now because I'm acknowledging that they are issues. and it's serving as a form of therapy for me. Whereas before, like therapy, that's for bitches. You know what I'm saying? Like that's how I thought about shit. Like that's for those motherfuckers over there. They some bitch motherfuckers. They need that shit. Let them talk about all that personal dumb shit. We good over here. Like even all the shit that Kendrick dropped. Like I used to love that shit, but it wasn't me. I don't need that.
When you say like it's some soft shit, what was it? How would you process it?
I didn't think I had any of those issues. I didn't think I had any of that shit going on up here. Like for me, I was always telling myself I was good. I got it. I'm good. I'm okay. I couldn't see that it's okay to not be okay. Like I just wouldn't allow myself to see that. even while being depressed about shit, I wouldn't allow myself to acknowledge the fact that I was depressed about shit.
That part.
How the fuck does that work?
I mean, I think for a lot of us, like because you're not allowed to, and if you acknowledge that to yourself, oh shit, you fucked. Because once you admit it to yourself, everything's gonna fall apart.
Right.
I think I felt like that in a lot of ways. So the only reason I'm saying I can relate to it. Like, there's a lot of shit I wouldn't admit to myself, and that shit made me do and act weird, trying to avoid myself.
Right. Yeah. Which is helping no one, especially not you.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But why did it take us this long to be able to see that shit?
It's a lot of clouds, man. There's a lot of distractions that can make it easy to avoid this shit. Like I feel like a lot of it is avoidance, because I can look at different points in my life like, yeah, you could have started to, you know, like really get into yourself then, but you distracted yourself by doing this, or you distracted yourself by doing that. Like I got myself certified so I could be so I could do the IT shit, or career goals, ambitions and shit.
Right.
I gotta be a father. I gotta get this kid into this, and I gotta make sure the kid's doing that.
Distractions.
Yeah, everything I could to avoid myself, and myself been asking for the attention probably since I was a little elementary school kid, man. Like, I think that's why I've been giving myself the permission the past couple of years to just float, man. Fuck all that. I gotta do this, and this is what I'm supposed to do, because that's how you don't end up like them or like that. But nah, I'm like, fuck worrying about consequences. Just go take this walk, man.
Right.
This walk is gonna, for some reason, you need to take this walk. It's gonna happen no matter what. Just go.
Right. Word.
We've obviously been pushed in this fucking direction, and I'm not even saying by who or anything or what. I don't care about who.
Right. Yeah, that doesn't matter.
Yeah, it's just just do, man. Do what your will, your spirit, something is calling you to do something in this direction. Just do that, and don't worry about the other shit for right now. There'll be a time to worry about that if you have to worry about that. But right now, it's something that's a priority, and you've been waiting too long for this shit. It's too late already.
So,
yeah.
All the motherfuckers that still aren't able to allow themselves to
gray. Control limit. Yes, something dangerous.
100 million volts between cloud and